All right, let's go over Tesla now. So Tesla is in a fourth wave, I think, still. You can see here, the second wave took about 5 years. We started this fourth wave in October of 2021. We're getting close to that 5-year mark here. You can use parallel lines here. It's actually better to go to the 6-month. So when we draw a parallel line here, clearly goes through there, and we get our first red candle there. Could this be the end of the fourth wave? It could be. There's an alt count where we're in a diagonal. The diagonal would look like ABC, ABC, something like that. And if that was the bottom, this is probably going to be way too high. This is probably not a good way to do this, but yeah, this is going to take it to like 2000. So anyway, we're in a fourth wave. If you draw a parallel line here from the end of the first wave to the third wave, we have not crossed outside of this. I think it's unlikely that this was just a fourth wave that moved in 2022. But it's possible, again, we could get that diagonal. So I have this listed as either B or 1 of 5 of the fifth wave. If it's B, we got to make a C wave down here. Where does it make sense it goes to? It makes the most sense that this goes all the way down to $122. And if it's a B wave, we would expect it to be 5 waves. It's possible that it ends up being no, I would expect it to be 5 waves because you got 3 waves, 3 waves. Usually you get at least 3, 3, 5, unless it's a WXY move. But it can't be WXY because this is an impulse. So I'm expecting 5 waves. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Unless it's a second wave of the diagonal. Then it would be ABC. So technically, I'm expecting bounce and at least one more wave down. That's what I'm expecting. And then from there, we'll see. So now going into the smaller time frames, similar to what I just said on the SPX video, I think that this is a truncated fifth wave. And you can confirm. RSI usually helps out, but it's not very helpful in this situation, I don't think. But it does make a truncated fifth wave if this is a fifth wave here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it on the weekly. If you go to the weekly, you can see here we get the green candle. We make a lower low. So if that's the case, if that's wave 5, and it is a truncated move, let me get rid of this now, then that means this is A or 1. And in my opinion, it's probably A because the 0.5 retracement is where I'm aiming for here. And that is at 325. And there's a gap at 330. Let's see where the 1.61 fib is of this move. And if you actually go from this bottom right here, it's at 320. It's only at 313 if you're going from this move right here. So I'm expecting this to be a B wave either way. So now let's go in here on these smaller time frames. We have A, B, and then we have 1, 2. It looks like this is a third wave to me. I don't see how this can be complete, to be honest. So I'm going to label this wave 4 for now. This did not break into the first wave. We did get an impulse down. So potentially 1, ABC, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. If we measure wave 1, it says 230. So 230 would be the target early in the week. Let's actually go down here and look at this on smaller time frames. Third wave would take us to 233, bounce 230. There you go. So I'm saying wave B probably going to 230. And that would be the overall C wave. C wave of the B wave. So C, we're going to say this is B. I don't think that there's very good chance that this was the bottom right here. Again, I think we're going up here and then coming down farther. So you have A right here. Let's just say this is A. It's not 1. You have B down here. And you can see here, look at that. 227 is where I would say. So 230 to 227 maybe early in the week. I don't know why that's not deleting. Okay. So then from there, I'm just looking for one more wave up. Like this, basically. And I would expect it to go up there above 300, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, this is relying on earnings, obviously. So that is the #1 count that I'm looking for. There's some alt counts too. If earnings is really bad, if the market sells off, there's some alt counts. But basically, overall, I'm just looking for a little bit down, probably early in the week. And then I'm looking for a move up. Also, if we go to 230, that would be what retracement? That would be the 0.78 fib. So that's a perfect retracement. The minimum target after that is going to be 290. So anywhere from 290, let's see, 290 all the way up to 318 is my target. Somewhere in there. And this started on April 8th. We'll be going down here to the 21st. I would expect this probably by the end of April. And then from there, I'm expecting more downside. And then if something changes, obviously I'll change my chart. But right now, I'm just looking for this. Basically something like that. And then if that happens, that will be the end of the fourth wave. Or it could go like this. ABC. Like that. If it ends up coming all the way down here, that's the fourth wave right there. And then we're looking for a fifth wave up after that. Much higher, probably going to like $800 or $900. And this could take, and honestly, this down here could take all 2025. So this could probably take into May, up into this area. Then it could chop around. Who knows? It's even possible that it goes like this. That doesn't have to be the top right there. It could go to 313 or 290 to 313. Let's say it goes like this. We chop sideways and then go higher. The 1.61 fib would be right around like 390. So there's a lot of different ways it can play out. But I do know that I'm looking for more upside after we make one more low down here to 230. They were buying a bunch of puts, but they've also been buying a ton of calls, a lot of bullish stuff too. I just think it makes more sense for us to go up. So I'll do an update on Monday. That's my thoughts on it right now. Looking for probably 290 to 313 by the end of April, but I'll let you know if anything changes. Probably going to be down early in the week. That's it for now. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next video.